Welcome to the Stock Talk Learn and Earn video Q&A podcast. I'm Dave Jackson. Metal Energy Corp is a high potential exploration and development company focused on high quality nickel projects in Canada, supporting the supercharged nickel industry buoyed by the EV revolution. Today, we're happy to be joined by company CEO James Sykes. Thanks very much for joining us here at Stockhouse, James.
Dave, always a pleasure. Enjoy talking with you.
You too. Now, to start off with, James, tell us a little bit about yourself, and a history of the company.
Yeah, myself, I've been in the uranium exploration and rare earth exploration, most notably in northern Saskatchewan, for the past 15, 16 years. I've made a number of discoveries in the uranium space, both spaces, uranium and rare earths. And I've kind of been building up my career towards supplying energy demands and supplying the metals that are required for energy demands. That's where my thinking really goes. So when this vehicle, Metal Energy, was brought to my attention by the org group, I kind of jumped on it. It really made a lot of sense, especially with what you said. Nickel being incorporated into battery metals, but it's not even just for electric vehicles. We're looking at wind turbines or any kind of renewable energy are going to need battery assistance. So anything battery related, nickel is just going to boom. And the company itself, it was an idea to really jump on the nickel space. The forecasted demand for nickel is just going through the roof. So we're looking at the right jurisdictions, and it all came together really. And in November 29th of last year, we listed publicly, and so we're a very young company, and we hope to hit it hard over the next few months, drilling on our two projects.
Okay. Can you update our investor audience and your Metal Energy shareholders on any new important company developments, especially any updates on your drill plans for Q1 2022?
The Strange project, we should be having the drills turning by Monday, January 24th. So a very exciting time, especially considering that Strange is a theoretical concept, but everything that we've seen and by the project vendor really makes sense. So we think that we will find the right rock types. And this drill program is a very simplistic one, 1,500 meters, about 2 drill holes, both drilling vertically. But obviously the goal would be to find nickel mineralization, but you have to start somewhere. So we're looking for the technical success right off the bat, in which we would hope to hit komatiitic basalts mixed with the sediments from the mid-continental rift. There's a similar deposit model for what we're exploring for. No, it's actually quite global, which I guess closeology would be Lundin Mining's Eagle Mine over in Michigan. So they're on the state side of the mid-continental rift, and we'd be on the Canadian, the Ontario side of the mid-continental rift. But same strategy, same type of geological model. And then shooting around late February to early March, we are hopeful that our Manabridge project, which are under Canalaska as operators, will start drilling. And we've got about 3,000 meters planned for that one around the old mine workings. Very exciting old mine workings with high-grade nickel, high-tenure nickel. And so 3,000 meters in about 7 drill holes. And very excited to see what will come with that one.
Okay, now you've recently announced some exciting new corporate management appointments. This might be news to many investors. James, can you unpack the benefits of these moves?
Yeah, we just recently hired Mike Sweeney, who is a 30-year nickel professional. He's our new VP of Exploration and Development. Absolutely great guy. Really enjoy working with him so far. It's only been about a week or so, but he's a guy who can just take the ball and go with it. His breadth and experience in the nickel industry is amazing, and it's exactly what the company really needed. As I mentioned, myself, I'm basically uranium rare earths for the past many years, but bringing somebody like Mike onto the company who he's made discoveries from surface exploration, he's been part of discoveries underground exploration, and he's seen discoveries go into production, which is a very rare thing to find in any geological commodity that you're looking for. A lot of people can make discoveries, but to see them go from discovery to production is definitely one thing that I don't think a lot of people have. what Mike does. And that's value that we definitely want to see brought forward, especially when we consider Manabridge, which was a past producing mine. And we've got a couple of different ideas for it that Mike's input and just knowledge base will be able to really help that move forward.
Now, the company looks set for strong growth in 2022. James, how are you placed to expand operations to meet this kind of demand?
Well, we're cashed up. We've got a nice cash balance right now, $7 million in the bank, and with two projects that we will continue to drill. Again, Strange being a theoretical concept, we'll see what we're looking for there. If we're hitting the right technical target, then we will continue to drill that in the summertime. Maybe not as aggressively as Manabridge is a past producing mine, but it would still be something in which we would want to we would want to make a potential discovery on it. But a lot of the focus on what we plan to do throughout this year that we hope will lead to supplying nickel demand would be Manabridge. Manabridge being a past producer, they mined 1.3 million tons between 1971 and 1977. Average grade was about 2.5% nickel, which is extremely high, and they still had about 0.3 copper credit. It's in the Thompson Nickel Belt, which is a highly reputable nickel district, the fifth largest in the world. And from what we've seen is Manabridge, there's a lot of nickel, a lot of high grade nickel that was left outside of the old mine workings. So this is something that we really want to push forward. If we want to help supply the world with a growing nickel demand, Manabridge will be the first start for us to do that.
Now, what separates Metal Energy Corp from the competition in the nickel exploration space, and what makes your business model unique?
Well, I think that being part of the org group itself, so the org group of companies, which are 6 different companies, all held by Stephen Stewart. He's the chairman, CEO of a number of these companies. It really sets us apart from a lot of our peers. There's a lot of benefits with the org group, just being able to share a lot of technical expertise, a lot of management and administrative personnel, and just expertise as well. But we've got a very strong overall group technical team that we share information with and be able to grow. But also, I think with Manabridge is, every time I look at that, I just keep thinking, this is going to be a mine. This is going to be a mine. Obviously, that's me saying it. I can't verify that, but everything that I've seen throughout my geological career, when I'm, being part of a number of discoveries and seeing something like that, really makes a lot of sense. So I think that having something that could hit the market in hopefully the near future, 5-10 years, let's say, because obviously we'd have to drill it off and come up with a resource, but having something like that, I think, really distinguishes us from our peers.
Now, moving over to the financial side of things, your stock has nearly doubled in value since you went public in September. What can you tell our investor audience, James, regarding the current valuation of your stock and why you think it's still a good value buy right now?
Oh, it's a fantastic value buy. We haven't explored yet, and that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
We just listed November 29th, 2021. We're not even 2 months old, and we are just getting around to drilling our projects, Strange within the next week, and Manabridge within a month to 2. So as we start getting drill results and showing that these projects have the merits to grow, I think those will help push our stock forward. I think we've got a lot of room to grow, and our main goal obviously is for shareholder wealth, shareholder appreciation with increased share price. So we will really push that hard. We've got the finance to do that, $7 million in the bank. I think this is a great entry point for anybody who's interested in the nickel space. We've got a successful team. We've got the guys who know how to make discoveries, guys who know how to puts things into production. And we've also got just great financial and administrative backing behind us. It's a very sound company, very strong, and we'll push the envelope going forward.
And I stand corrected on that listing date as November. So, James, what's the long-term strategy for the company moving forward? And what should retail and institutional investors be looking out for?
Explore and develop, explore and develop, explore and develop. Yeah. However, in saying that, we are, because our right now we're basically focused on nickel, but that's not what we are limited to. Knowing the whole electrification of the world, which continues to increase almost on a daily basis, it's phenomenal. Just the amount of electrical demand that will continue to grow, that we're also positioning ourselves to get into other commodities, other metals that are required for this looming and huge electrification demand. So things like lithium, vanadium, cobalt, even rare earths. These are a lot of things that we're starting to look at and could potentially incorporate into the whole metal energy strategy.
Outstanding. Well, finally, James, if there's anything I've overlooked, the floor is all yours.
Yeah, as said, I think it's a great entry point opportunity for any enthusiastic investors, but also keep watching metal energy. I think we've got a lot of success coming down the road. Mana Bridge is something that we really want to hit hard. And the whole idea behind Mana Bridge was that it's similar to our sister company, Quebec Copper and Gold, and their Opimiska deposit, in which they took a past-producing historic copper mine, and they saw the copper market, and they saw a lot of mineralization around the area, and attacked it with a whole new strategy. Now, if you look at Opimiska, it is a massive deposit with a great potential to become a near-term copper mine, open pit copper mine. So that was the exact same idea moving into Mana Bridge, that there's a lot of high grade there. Absolutely. High grade, in a lot of jurisdictions is king. In a lot of commodities, high grade is king. But there's also a lot of low grade between 0.6%, 1%, and that's near surface and quite widespread. So if we can take that same Quebec Copper and Gold Opimiska idea and turn Mana Bridge into this high tonnage nickel deposit, open pit deposit, then this is something that we can move forward quite rapidly. And I think that as we learn more at Mana Bridge and also at Strange with any potential discovery there, which Mana Bridge being our flagship, as we continue to drill this out, a 10,000 meter minimum planned for the summertime, we're going to push hard for trying to get to a resource estimate on that as quick as possible. So yeah, I think the next 12 to 24 months are going to be extremely exciting for metal energy, and I think we'll have the results to back it up.
Well, thanks again for joining us at Stockhouse today, James. Look forward to chatting with you again very soon.
Thanks again, Dave. Always a pleasure. Anytime.
That pleasure is all ours. We have been speaking with James Sykes, CEO of Metal Energy Corp. I'd like once again to thank Mr. Sykes for joining us and sharing this insightful information about his company with our Stockhouse video podcast audience and investors. Metal Energy Corp trades on the TSX Venture Exchange under the symbol MERG. I'm Dave Jackson for Stockhouse Media. Thanks for watching.